What's up, guys? Back for commentary. Okay, yeah, this is a game with ShadyNine and myself. I was hosting this game, and it was a lot of fun. I'll just briefly talk about Noobified, just because when some of you guys are still messaging me, and this game I'll really tell you about him. That way, so you guys can know but yeah, for the players that don't know, there's a lot of newer players that's never seen all the old elite players, and I could talk about a lot of players. I have knowledge, or at least experience with everyone. But it seems like the most popular ones that people want to know is Noobified. Probably because he didn't record or anything like that, and so a lot of us know about Soldier and of course and how great he was. In my opinion, Soldier was an all-around better gamer. I mean, Soldier was the best player I've ever seen that used the bow. Just amazing. I just couldn't believe how great he was. But when it comes to Crysis, I think Noobified was better, just in my experience. And just my opinion, not that it really matters, but so let me tell you about him. I played with him longer than anyone else. Crysis 2, Crysis 3, and a lot of other games, whether it was Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, a Halo campaign together, a lot of games. And he was a smart player. And for you guys that don't know, he's Korean. It's kind of an interesting fact there. Just information about him. He was Korean, but he lived in the USA. I'm not going to tell you what city or state he lives in for privacy reasons, but not that it matters. Not that that's important, but. So yeah, he was just a really smart player. I'll give you an example. In Crysis 2, we have we have a perk called Energy Transfer, and every time we get a kill, we cloak up right away so we can get out of there. Because a lot of in Crysis 2, we're cloaked like 98% of the time. Crysis 2 is all about cloaked. We have Stealth Enhanced perk. We have, this is focused on stealth, and in this game, it's focused on armor. We got Armor Transfer, Auto Armor. It's all about armor in this game. So it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different game. And most Crysis 2 players did not like Crysis 3. They tried the beta and said no thanks. It's completely different. Noobified didn't get it. He didn't like the beta either, and I got him to buy it after a month. I was like, Noob, you got to get this game, man. We got some of the old players in Crysis 2 and a lot of newer players, and they're squadding up and blah blah blah. And so I got him to buy it after a month, and yeah, he loved it. But anyway, so we have a perk called Energy Transfer, and when we get a kill, we uncloak, kill the guy. We got our full energy back, and we cloak up instantly, and so we try to get out of there. One time I was shooting him, I saw Noobified. He uncloaked, killed a guy, and then I was shooting him, but he didn't die, and he was able to get away, and he cloaked up. And I was like, wait a minute, how the heck did he do that? I sent because we were in a party together. I played against him a lot too, not only with, but I played with a lot more than against, but I played against him a lot too, and while we still partied up, just because maybe some lobbies were kind of boring and all that. But so I was like, hey, how did you cloak up? I was shooting you. You should have been dead, And he said, well, Witta, my old name. It's my old name, and they call me Witta. He's like, Witta, a lot of times I don't cloak up right away. I was like, really? That's like I'm so used to. That's all we cloak up right away after we get a kill. And he goes, no, it's because once we cloak up, if we're playing good players, and yeah, you might die, right away. And then because now we got full energy from the kill, but we cloak up and then you die real quick. Just like in this game, if you're cloaked, you die a lot faster. So a lot of times he would get a kill, get full energy from the Energy Transfer perk, but he would stay in power mode for a second or two, and he would just so he can run a little bit, just to get out of that little spot from where he killed a guy. And now, and with that way of playing, he could take a little bit of bullets. How Crysis is. You can take a little bit of bullets and still have a little health and a little energy to get away, turn a corner or whatever, and still have enough energy to cloak. And now he's gone, and it's really neat because I don't know anyone else that did that. It was really smart. He's a really smart player, and that's what stood out with him. Just a super smart player. Oh, I got a relentless there. Nice. Pretty soon this guy is going to be glitching out. It looks like he's in the middle of an air stomp and he's going to be floating around. It's real funny. But regarding the rivalry, yeah, I mean, Soldier's got video or two playing with Noobified, and then against, you know, and then there's a hate video against him and all that. In my opinion, from that time, I think when Noobified took over the first place on the leaderboards, I think from around that time is when, I don't know, they weren't friends anymore. But I could tell you, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but Noobified did not send any hate. He would never initiate hate. He was a super nice guy, honest, modest, humble, just a really good guy. Like, there's no bad bone in his body, from my experience. And the people that knew him would say the same thing. It's not like, you know, he'd be talking crap. That is not his style. He was a shy person. He disregarded most of the hate messages he got. I mean, let me tell you an example of what killed Crysis 2, and regarding how much hate people had towards him. We had a Crysis 2 tournament, and Noobified took part. And of course, I'm gonna, you know, a lot of people were thinking, I was thinking, okay, Noobified's gonna win this, hands down. You know what I mean? Because he was the best player. So anyways, I was a referee. Is that what they call it? Yeah, like I was hosting a private match, and I was one of the guys kind of in charge of it. So I hosted, you know, a couple games first, you know, between, for one-on-ones, and then it was time for Noobified, and I was hosting that one, and against a Foot Clan guy who didn't like Noobified. There's a lot of people that didn't, you know, and so anyways. It was a 20-minute one-on-one, which I thought actually was way too long, but that was kind of weird. But so, anyways, and the other guy was a friend of mine too. We didn't talk much anymore. I left his clan. I left the Foot Clan. But I mean, I still like him. I guess, but I don't know. So, anyways, so I'm hosting the 1v1, and he camps the entire time for 20 minutes. He camped for 20 minutes in one spot in a map called Terminal. And that was just ridiculous. And Noobified knew where he was, but then he's like, you know, like, come on, dude, you gonna play? Like, oh, here's the glitch, check this out. Looks like he was in the middle of an air stomp, and he got glitched out, lagged out or something. I never looked up his gamer tag, but that guy's got to live in a different country, because he's playing on my host. He's probably lagging like crazy. So anyways, camped for 20 minutes, but right in the beginning of the game, they ran by each other, and there's a glitch where you lose all your energy if you run by each other, and it doesn't always happen to both people, and Noobified got glitched and lost his energy, and the other guy killed Noobified, but he wasn't worried. Okay, 1-0, we got 20 minutes, let's play, you know. So anyways, he got that first kill against Noobified, and he camped for 20 minutes, and that was it. The entire 20 minutes, just camped and hid, and he knew where he was, but he's like, you know, if I go in there, he's got the jump on me, and so I don't know exactly what spot he's in, but he knew what room and all that, and so he's like, come out and play, and the other guy, he knew that Noobified was better, you know, and but yeah, he wanted to play, he wanted to camp for a whole 20 minutes, and so the guy in charge, I invited him after the game. I invited him, and was like, hey, by the way, the score is like 1-0, 20 minutes, or 2-1, or whatever it was. He's like, really? I was like, yep. You know, I don't think this should count. This is just crazy. You know, he's just camping on him. And so he goes, yeah, I agree. Let's not count this. That's just crazy. If you're not going to play, then, you know, it just doesn't count. And that killed the entire tournament. No one cared. And everyone sent him messages, ha ha ha, you lost. I mean, there's so much hate towards Noobified. It was just ridiculous. He was treated so bad in this community. And that killed the whole game. The leftover players that we all left, Noobified was done. He never played Crysis 2 again. I mean, it's just, and that's probably another reason why he didn't want to get Crysis 3. It was like, damn, you know, I'm getting treated real bad. You know, like I said, maybe in my other commentary, if you're getting beat by someone and you don't talk to him or send messages and learn about him, then you're gonna hate these players right away, you know, and that's how it was. But if you were to know him as a person, I mean, you couldn't get any nicer. He was just a nice guy. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This is a fun game. I'll you know, upload more like I do. Thanks for watching.